Breaking news, the FDA has just approved a new gene therapy to be used to fight sickle cell disease. And the treatment could be life-changing for patients who are battling the blood disorder.
What's up, sickle cell warriors? It's Dr. O, and the grind never stops. For those who don't know me, my name is Ike. You may know me as Dr. O, and I love making YouTube videos to inspire people with sickle cell to live the best versions of themselves and learn as much as they possibly can about their own body. Now, if y'all have seen from that clip, we have some very, very exciting news. The FDA finally approved the first gene therapies to treat sickle cell patients. And so this is recently new. It just came out, the news just came out this month, and it's very, very exciting. And in this video, I just want to briefly discuss what that means, what is the gene therapy, and what that means for people with sickle cell and how that can possibly affect us. There were two gene therapies that were approved. One of them was named Casgevy, and the other one was called Lyfgenia. And both of them are essentially cell-based gene therapies that are operated with the use of something called CRISPR technology. And essentially what CRISPR technology does is it's a way of modifying your own DNA and blood cells in order to change it and replicate it into a different form of blood cells that are modified. Stick with me. I know it kind of sounds all medical jargon and whatnot, but essentially technology is amazing, and it does a lot of great work. Ultimately, what it does is these two gene therapies serve different purposes. The Casgevy, essentially, the ultimate result of what happens with the Casgevy gene therapy is that it increases hemoglobin F levels, just like the medication that I'm always harping on, hydroxyurea, does. So that's great. And so by ultimately increasing hemoglobin F levels, that is how patients with sickle cell are able to decrease their vaso-occlusive crises and the sickle cell crises. And then the other therapy, the Lyfgenia gene therapy, that gene therapy operates by essentially increasing the hemoglobin A stem cells in your body, which are essentially like the healthy, normal red blood cells in your body. So by having more of that in your body and less of the sickle cell in your body, that essentially also decreases the sickle cell crisis. So that's great news. We have two new gene therapies. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. I also really want to emphasize something that, this is not a cure. Although this is great news, I feel like sometimes the news can make it seem like, oh, there's a cure for sickle. This is not a cure, to my understanding. What this is that it's a treatment. It's a treatment that seems to be very effective and very helpful in helping people with sickle cell live a healthier life. Now, although this is great news, I'm gonna be real with y'all. The downside of this is the accessibility. I don't think most people with sickle cell are going to be able to, one, afford this, and two, have the access to this gene therapy. I'm gonna just straight up tell y'all, this gene therapy literally costs millions of dollars. So unfortunately, I don't think most of us can afford that. I mean, I know y'all got some money in the bank, but I don't know if y'all got millions of dollars. So I don't think that's a possibility. I like to stay optimistic, and although yes, we may not be able to afford it immediately, it's like with anything new. When some new product comes out, or when the new video game comes out, or whatever, in the beginning it costs at its highest because it's brand new and the demand for it is relatively unique. But now, as time goes on, I believe that the prices will inevitably decrease, and hopefully I'm hoping that it will become a lot more accessible to more sickle cell warriors. So my biggest takeaway from this news is that, a lot of great therapies are coming out for us And that's awesome, Sickle Cell Warriors. There's so many good news. And I'm just doing this to give people faith, to give people hope. You know, there has been Oxbrita has came out recently. Obviously, hydroxyurea has been out for a while. There's all types of different medications like crizanlizumab coming out. And then we have this gene therapy, you know. And yes, we may not have the greatest understanding of what it is, but this is great news because we're heading in the right direction. Now more than ever, I'm beginning to see sickle cell awareness being spread more than I've ever seen before, and it's great. It's, you know, it's almost kind of, it's becoming a lot more normalized to advertise sickle cell and have people promote and spread it. So for me, yes, even though this may not be immediately accessible, I look at this as great news because it's promising of the future. It shows a promising future of sickle cell warriors. So that's that. I just wanted to make this video briefly to update y'all on the gene therapy. I think this is huge news. I know this was huge news once all my friends and even a few subscribers were hitting me up saying, yo, you got to check out this new gene therapy, and if you can talk about it, that would be great. So it definitely caught my attention. I think it's important for people with sickle cell to be aware of it. Before I end this video, I just want to thank you all dearly for the continued support of my channel. I've noticed recently that my channel has been growing a lot more lately than usual, and I just want to thank you all for all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the views. Every time I see people commenting on how it affects their life and helps them in all types of ways, it always inspires me to want to keep making these videos and be consistent. So thank y'all so much for taking the time to watch these videos. Honestly, the goal of this channel is that one day if people can type in sickle cell on the YouTube bar and my channel pops up, I achieved my goal. Honestly, I just want to pop up when people type sickle cell into YouTube and I pop up, because I feel like, I don't know, I think it'll be right for people to have an accurate representation of what sickle cell is from someone who actually has it and is speaking very truthfully and dearly towards the subject. So once again, thank you all so much for the support. I really appreciate y'all, and stay blessed. Thank you.